So last night I was in the most pain I have been in a long time. My head was about to explode. I was throwing up, stomach issues. I just, I was on my mat just praying, just like whatever is going on, spirits walk me through it because this is the pain that I can't take by myself. And yeah, so the I took a shower or took a bath, bubble candles, and I got my sphere. That's selenite, my selenite sphere, which is the moon's energy, and just sat in the tub and dunked my head in there, hoping to feel better. You know, and I still have a headache today. Still have a headache today, and just not feeling 100% well. As you can see, I shouldn't cross my arms, but um, yeah, I was in a lot of pain, and I'm still feeling it today. But I'm trying to be upbeat because, as a mother, you can only be sick for one day before before the whole household just go crazy. So I'm picking up the puzzle pieces to um, my memory because in the dream realm, I had went back in the past into time, and I was a little girl. My mom was asleep, and she was supposed to be watching, some kids. I don't know whether it was my family or if it was roommates or who it was, but I go back to these a certain amount of houses a lot in my dreams, and I never knew why. And somebody came and said, Tara, which my mother's name was Tara. Tara, would you watch the kids? I'm gonna take Zanisha out, take the baby out, take the, I was walking in, and she was, asleep. She's like, and she, you know, said, "Oh, I guess that's a yes," and took me to some places. Her, another woman, and a man, took me to a place, and my mom. I fast forward, get back to the thing, and my mom wake up, and she's calling everybody. She's like, "Where's Anisha? Where's the baby? Where's the my baby?" And nobody's picking up their phone. Hours and hours go by, and she said, basically, if you don't bring my baby back, I'm gonna call the police. And then, you know, whatever happened, they had taken pictures and stuff, and came back and was like with Tanya, or Tanya, my aunt boyfriend or whatever, new boyfriend, and was like, "Oh, we just took pictures and we went here and here and here." And my mom was like, "You never had permission to take my daughter." And she's like, "I'm going to take her to the hospital because if I find any DNA or anything, y'all going to jail." And I went, this is just the dream. I don't know if it was accurate or real, because if it was, I'm going to be pissed the fuck off, and I'm going to start some shit, and it's going to end not so well for people. But I get to the doctor and they checking and they get subpoenaed or something like that and was like, you can't do a DNA test on her. You can't do a DNA test on her. And the doctor was like, which the doctor was Chadwick Boseman for some reason. In my dream, the doctor was Chadwick Boseman. And he was like, "What do you mean I can't do a test on her? We could do, she's young enough for us to get the people who did it for to her." And they're like, "You can't." And then he did the consultation either way, and he goes, "She's gonna die because they burst her internal organs. They did this, that, and they had she has so much blood in her abdomen that she it could go into shock at any minute and die." And he's like, "We at least have to, get her back to normal." And I remember my mom feeling so bad and she wanted to escape that feeling. She wanted to escape trusting other people. And, I just seen her in this rundown apartment building with needle in her arm and she was just sweating it out, sweating all that memory out, and I have these apartment buildings just stuck in my head. I always said this is where we went. We went up the hill, we went around the corner, we went to uh this straightaway. I forgot the main road in Oakland. We went to the main road, we went here, and I just mapped it out in my brain. And that that really that dream really got me to think, like the heroes that I have in my life could actually be the villains. The people that I look up to, could actually be the villains because um I wasn't supposed to start my internal awakening until a certain point. But you start the if you start the process, once I get to a certain age, that emotional content can be exploded and seep this black fluid liquid, thus killing my internal body, killing my spirit, and killing me. So if I don't have the remedy, which is you know a situation where there is a fixer, it has to be a fixer to fix that portal, then that liquid just will seep out, and it's not honey. It's and I remember running to my mom's arms for some reason. I ran into her arms and I couldn't talk. Like I wanted to tell her everything that happened, everything that went on. And I couldn't talk, and I would just go back and forth and it's uh, um uh like I'm a bird or something like that. I'm sitting in a corner and I'm listening to this call on speaker and he's like $100,000 and her eyes lit up like, oh my God, that's a lot of money. And she was right next to, I'm thinking, somebody else in my family. And it's like, that's a lot. If we split that both ways, and you said you just gotta bring her along. Yeah. And I don't know how to separate, facts from fiction because I trust my visions, but I was in so much pain like I was giving birth out of my head. It hurt so bad. But I finally just was like, God, if it's my, my little section to go and whatnot, I'm happy. I'm gonna be sad because of my daughter and but hey, this pain is a lot to deal with. It's like I'm carrying the weight of the world. I can't. And somebody came and was like, all right, we can't allow it to happen right now. We need to wait. And I'm like, I'm not waiting. Fuck this shit. I'm in pain. And I'm still having my head problems and headaches all the way through the back to the front, you know, you know. And that dream just kind of threw me off today. It kind of just put me off my rhythm because I'm like, how much trauma is in there? Like once I clear out all of this shit, how much trauma do I have in here that is coming out? And it makes me think like, do you think your family members would really do that to you? Like, would they really fucking do that to me as young as I was? They got kids too. My mom's watching the kids for them, you know? However, I uh I just want to I just want to sit back and process it, you know. Just process the emotions that I feel from this dream because if I can get on live and be like, I'm related to this person, then I could and believe it intently from my dream realm telling me I should be able to believe this. But I'm in utter shock, I'm in like my body is in shock. It's in shock. And I try to put on a smile and laugh and da da da. But internally I'm a little bit like hurt. I'm hurt. Um, but if I sit back and just take a recollection of everything and you know look at it like everybody is going to get their own divine justice, no matter what. Everybody has to meet me at the mat. Everybody got to meet God, the Creator. They got to be walked through and shepherded to their final justice. So my arms are folded because I'm guarded now, and I'm guarded to the point where I have I have a lot of work to do to figure out how to work with this trauma, work with it, and what is that? It looks like snow is coming. Like a snow. Oh, wow, it's like a flurry of snow in the shape of a bird. Um, talk about that. But I'm in a weird headspace today. A weird headspace, but I'm gonna. Oh, here comes a two white birds, which is what? He's here for me. Just in a weird headspace. That's all. You know, I've been trying to figure out what shame is. Why do I feel shameful of certain things, and you know, I don't have nobody to talk to about the dreams and like sort them out. So this is my only outlet for it. But that dream really turned me sour a little bit because it's like, how young was I? How young was I? And I just pray for all of the children out there that had to go through that kind of stuff when they're little, because that's a hard existence um, to combat. It's like you're so young and you're trusting the people around you to be your support system, and they taking you know the innocence that you have, and just using it like it's there. But why I hide in cloudy climates is I don't want the sun to see me cry. I don't want the sun to see me cry, and I hide, in these trees and the rain, because if the sun sees me cry, it's vengeance. So I have to sort through my emotions in a humid climate, in a in a cloudy climate, because processing these emotions are is very difficult. Very difficult for me. Very difficult for me. And how many children had to go through that? Not just me, other people. Like there's other people out there who had to go through this young too. So it's like we have to stand up and be the protectors of the young generation for our children, for our children's children. Like we have to protect them with all of our force, because they're coming down here from different star constellations with no karma, and these evil ass motherfuckers are needing to get their heads chopped off, is what I'm saying. One bird confirmed. One bird flew by to confirm. And not just the people who do it, the people who set it up. The people who set it up. Them is the orchestrators, the perpetrators. Them motherfuckers need to go too. Just in that shit. There's two birds flew by too right now. They're just circling in a circle. against the wind, against the sky. I just want a big old hug right now. Everybody been through trauma, not just me. I'm not gonna act like some kind of saint, you know. Talking to my friend Laura today, just trying to sort out, why do I comfort eat? Why do I eat for comfort? It's a trauma response. I forgive my mother. I forgive her, I hope she forgives herself. I forgive everybody who ever did the harsh, mean, and unspeakable acts to me. I forgive them. But I ask for justice. In my lifetime, justice is about to be brought on the heads of the elite, of all these pedophiles. It's going to be brought to justice. And I was throwing up, because, I was told that they made us eat their rituals. Some of these fast food places, it's connected, made us eat the rituals, and I started throwing up. I started, and it was like all my spiritual bodies were all thrown up in a bucket. All of my spiritual bodies were throwing up in my physical body as well, because I'm like, what kind of evil shit was they on? Mm. But let me adjust the tone, because I survived. I lived. I persevered. I stood on the top of Mount Jericho and I said, "Power, Lord. Give me my power, Lord. I'm ready." Yeah. So, trouble don't last always, baby. You can sit in your funky, sweaty, sad tears for a little bit, but you wake your ass up and you go to work. I'm about to go take care of my family, take care of my partner who took care of me all night and took care of the baby. You know, I'm gonna go take care of my stuff. You know, I was on my knees to the side in front of my ancestor altar, and I was like, if I go, I'm going with y'all. If I gotta go, I'm going with y'all. So bring that shit on. You know, I'll lead my own army. But God's like, I'll tell you what's going on later. Just focus on healing. It's like, focus on healing. I'm in pain. To the point of the pain where you actually physically verbalize, ah. Shoot, my souls was like, whoa, where are we? Let's do this. The bridge breaking is a signal that the water broke. The water broke. And now chaos is released the egg from the egg. Chaos is released, and Pandora box is just another virtual symbol of justice. Eventually, we all got to get that shit back in the bag. Send it back to where it came from. Chronologically organized chaos. So, sing a song for me. Get up and dance. Thank the universe that we all got another day. One more day. Because I dreamt of Wahala. Wahala. Opening gates to Valhalla. Stood on the stage and gave a speech and said, let's get it. I'm with y'all, front of the line. I ain't going nowhere. Virtual will have to do. Oh man. All right. I think that's enough communication for now. Like, as much as I want to keep going and spill my guts, I need to prepare for tonight, which is going to be another painful night. Bones cracking. You can already feel it. You can already feel it. Anyway, two more. Let's see. What else? Um, I had another dream a few days back that I didn't want to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it now. One of my favorite singers. I was talking, saying, "Hey, it's me." I said, like, "You remember?" And he denied knowing me 3 times. I was like, "But you sure? I'm the eagle, the bird, the fire. It's me." And he denied knowing my existence. I was like, "Okay, Peter." Okay, Peter Piper. Don't know. Act like you don't know. Fine then. Fine. And then I had a dream. Mr. West came in and was trying to tell me about some lost archives that were listed in the left in a secret spot in Hollywood of some old photos and videos. So I got a lot to sort through in my visions and my dreams, and just watch out. Post some good news. Post the news. Like, just do your job. Do your job. Get the good news out there that we have arrived in the promised land and they ain't trying to give it over easily. Since they're not trying to give it over easily, it's cake day. It's cake day. As the rain starts to pour, it's cake day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Bye. I love you. I love your mama, your daddy. This seemed like a sad post, but this is actually a triumphant post about how we will overcome. We shall overcome. And your dreams are just pictures of the past and the future combined, and you have to sort them out and no longer allow the past to affect the future, but allow yourself to breathe. Allow all of the stuff that you have inside of you to be processed. Process that information, sit with it, feel it, cry a little bit, be angry, feel all your emotions, but then at the end of the day, go back to being happy, go back to being proud of who you are, and steer clear of the people that you see with no soul because they got God. Do you understand me? No soul means you got God, which means that sooner or later you're going to fall from your grace and you got to sit in my face. Before God come get you, lock you up. Anyway, justice is good. Love you. Love you. Have a good one.